The story was specially prepared for the HawakFun channel.
The harsh everyday life of the 90s of the last century left in my memory not the most pleasant impressions of business. I was just graduating from Amur State University when the USA collapsed and a crisis broke out. Needless to say, we, the graduates of the university, are faced with a difficult question of employment. Having suffered for several months in heavy thoughts about my future life, I decided to try myself in a new sphere, namely, to become a Chenik. Well, at least during my student days, not only students from Blagovensk studied at AMSU, but also from more distant regions, so I already had connections in other cities, and I quickly established a sales system through my acquaintances. There remained a mere trifle to resolve the issue with the initial budget. During the summer part-time job, I managed to save up a decent amount, so I quickly waved across the Amur River to Hai to buy goods. Having decided on the purchase of women's clothing, I bought a decent batch, which, upon returning home, quickly sold out among my acquaintances who were involved in retail sales. Things were going uphill quickly, and in just a couple of years I could afford almost everything. My wife doted on me, because we never denied ourselves anything. However, when she told me that she was expecting a baby, everything went downhill. In the summer of 1995, as usual, I bought goods in China and started selling them through my acquaintances. But first one, and after the others, were rapidly ruined due to the active actions of the racketeers. Demands of bandits grew every day, and it became more and more difficult to surprise consumers with goods from China. The unredeemed batch was still dead weight when I decided on a new trip to Hai for other goods, which became my last for many years. Upon returning home, a tear-stained wife and a whole gang were waiting for me in the kitchen, patiently waiting for me from the trip. Having explained to me on fists that I must give all the goods I have to them, my family was literally left with nothing, because I invested the last savings in a new batch. My attempts to appeal to justice did not lead to anything, since the bandits were clearly protected by someone at the top of the administration. Not only was my family left without a livelihood, but I was also accused of a number of economic crimes. It was such a sin, I confess. My wife left with the child, and I was left on the sidelines of life. For many years, my criminal record did not allow me to get a normal job, so until 2001 I was interrupted by odd jobs. Then there was trade in the construction market, my own container. Now I have a small business, a hardware/hardware store. There are no loans, there is a cash reserve. The crises of the 90s taught us a thing or two. No wonder they say that the faster they take off, the more painful they fall.
Thanks for attention. Stay with us.